Welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live. Now, the Proteas women's cricket side are looking to start moving on from the disappointment of losing out in the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup final against co-host nation India. And they are looking now to get a positive result against Ireland, who they will be taking on in a 20-over series starting on Friday out at Newlands. Now, to talk about the upcoming series against the Irish, we've roped in Proteas all-rounder Suné Luus. A very good morning to you, Suné. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So now I want to just talk about how this time, about a month since that final of the ICC World Cup has been for you as well as the rest of the team.
Yeah, the World Cup kind of feels like a million miles ago. But no, it's been good. I think we had some, provincial cricket on some of the weekends. Some of the girls were over in Australia playing the Big Bash League. So yeah, it's been business like normal. We haven't really had some off time after the World Cup. We're kind of in season at the moment, so it's just go, go, go. So we're ready for the Island series.
I like that. It's just go, go, go. And speaking of that go, 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 I want to talk about Coach Mandla. I mean, I was with him the other day at an event, and he was speaking about how for him, when he joined the Proteas team, it wasn't about I'm going to coach a women's cricket team, but it's just I'm going to coach cricket and just not differentiating between the men's game and the women's game. How would you say it's been for the team ever since having a coach Mandla come on? Because yes, the team wasn't struggling before Coach Mandla. You've reached home soil final right here in South Africa with the team being led by you. But what are those dynamics looking like with him in charge?
Yeah, obviously you've met Mandla. You know what an interesting guy he is, and his perspectives on things sometimes a bit radical. But that's a head coach, I think. He's coming in with his new ideas, his fresh ideas, and I think that really it's giving a new perspective to this team, a new way of doing things. So he's been very exciting to have on board. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get on the day, but he's awesome. And I think, his ideas have really, freed up some of the players in terms of game plans and just enjoying the game and having fun. And he's been really, hammering on the why. Why are you playing cricket? Why do you love it? Especially when times are tough. I think just to remember that it's a game of cricket, and it's about you as a human first, and then as a cricketer. So really looking after that, and also just playing hard and competitive cricket.
I like that. When we look at the women's game in South Africa and just how far it's grown, we know we don't have the same type of resources as in India, as in Australia, but with what we have and the work that Cricket South Africa has really put into ensuring that the level of the competition steps up, one would say this upcoming series against the Irish is a very important one. Speak to me from a player point of view why it's so important for you guys to have the series against Ireland and what you guys want to take out of it in terms of looking at the results you're looking for.
Yeah, I think obviously coming from a World Cup, being number 2 in the world, you want to uphold that reputation. You want to play like number 2 in the world, or finalists. In our hearts, we're still number 1, but anyway.
And our
but
hearts
no,
too.
yeah. But no, I think it's for us just to really dominate this series. I think, it means a lot for Ireland to have this tour. I think we've been where Ireland's been, where, you're really just trying to get into the top 8 circles, and you're really just trying to compete and catch up with the rest of the world. I think we were there for a long time. So I think we were probably, similar in the stages we were at, but luckily we've been growing. CSA has invested a lot with our partners on board to really help us excel and try and give us the best we can, so that we can compete against the best in the world. And I think that's where Ireland is. That's what they're trying to do at the moment. So, not that we're going to show mercy. I think it's a great opportunity for us to really just solidify, our reputation and the type of cricket we want to play. We obviously have a T20 World Cup next year in England. Starting with the T20s against Ireland, I think that's really going to be our focus, looking at the World Cup ahead, what we want to try and achieve. And, it starts with this series already, trying to dominate as much as we can and play that brand of cricket.
Absolutely no mercy. We want zero mercy to be shown to anyone. But Suné, talk to me about, you and I touched slightly on the fact that you were the one leading the South African team into a final of a T20, and it was on home soil. Speak to me about just that importance of having that home crowd come out and support you guys, because of course with this series against Ireland, it will be here in South Africa. You started off in Newlands, and just how important it is for you, for South Africans to come out and their numbers and show you the love and support. We know you don't need it to perform, but it's nice to have it.
Yeah, 100%. I think, for a number of years, we've played only with our parents and our close friends sitting in the stands. And, since the World Cup, we've seen the numbers pull in for that World Cup. I remember I had to come in for a press conference just before the final game, and people were literally on camping chairs waiting for extra tickets. And it was something I'd never thought I'd see in my life as for playing cricket, especially in South Africa. But it's been phenomenal, the support we've been getting. And I hope that this series is no different. I mean, we're starting at Newlands. It's a vibe. Who would not, want to be here? So, and, all the venues, some coastal, some in Joburg. Joburg really has, there's no ocean there or mountains really, so you can come watch cricket. But no, I think having people there supporting us, chanting, South Africa, and, just feeling the love behind it, and especially when you're singing that anthem, hearing everyone sing that anthem, it just gives you a little bit of boost, and it, just, I think, humbles you a little bit. You're like, okay, I'm not just playing for me, I'm playing for everyone that's sitting here and everyone that's watching. So it's awesome to have, people and spectators watching, and, families and friends. It just makes it so much more fun.
Suné, thank you so much for your time this morning, and all the best to you and the girls. We'll be watching, and hopefully lots of South Africans coming out to support you play. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Proteas women's all-rounder Suné Luus joining us this morning, of course ahead of the series against Ireland, which gets underway at Newlands on Friday. That's where we'll leave it in terms of your sport news for now.